Hello everyone, the 316 Lego Maniac 316 here, back with another Morphin Monday Lightning Collection review. This time I got the Amazon exclusive Astronema and Ecliptor in Space 2-pack. Usually retails for a few prices, but I got mine for, I think it was $38. I got mine for $38 during the Prime Day, like early access deals. Normally I don't recommend Amazon or Amazon Prime, but free trial, very good price. Kind of had to spring on it. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories, starting with Astronema. All of her accessories are basically the exact same as the other 2-pack Astronema. She comes with her staff, as you can see it's on the figure. Comes with an effect piece for said staff. Comes with her horseshoe boomerang looking thing. It is painted nicely and it is a different color. And she comes with 2 fisted hands and 2 gripping hands. If you wanted to get a better look at the staff. Hopefully she doesn't fall over. She's usually prone to. Ecliptor, he comes with quite a few things. So Ecliptor, as you can see, comes with this effect piece that was on the Hasbro Pulse or PulseCon exclusive Lord Draken Evo 3. It's a really big effect piece. Not entirely sure what I'm going to use it on or what to do with it. I might keep it on Ecliptor. I might just put it in my plastic bag that I keep everything in. So I'll just leave that to this side. He also comes with his sword and effect piece that kind of just wraps around it. I'm not really a big fan of this effect piece, but there you go. See what it looks like. If I can get it to focus. There you go. Oh, nope, stop that, you. It's a nice color effect piece. It's a little bit darker in person. On camera, it's a bit more vibrant. But there's his sword, fully painted, nice and crisp. Can twist it in his hand. See the other side. There you go. Getting this in his hand was pretty difficult. His hand is very rubbery on this side, so I just shove it in. And as you can see, it's easy to get in now. Oh, you can see my display back there. Let's fix that. Get that sword out of his hand. Speaking of hands, he's got an effect piece hand that doesn't have any painting on it like this hand does. And he does come with 2 fists, and again, one of which is unpainted. So the hands that are painted were the ones that came on the figure out of the box, and that's how I'm going to show him off for the rest of this particular video. Just putting on his other fisted hand. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with Astronema. Astronema is mostly a reuse of parts. Basically, everything from here up, minus the arms, is brand new. Everything else is reused. So all the legs, all the arms. All of the arms, yes. But all the arm pieces, all the leg pieces. What is nice is that she has a necklace here. And if I take her staff, I can move it. So that is a loose piece. So if you did want to, take her head off, I've tried. It's difficult. And as you can see, she does have the old articulation in there. But yeah, you have her little amulet with Andros and her parents in it. Yeah, good figure. As you can see, this is textured now, and they still did paint over top of it. Although this may be molded in this gunmetal color, the darker color. Not entirely sure. I have tried to, peek underneath, but if it is painted, they paint it all the way up the midsection. And putting it down this way, it's not really easily able to be seen if it is painted or not. So, don't know if that midsection joint is painted gunmetal or molded gunmetal. She does have the straps here that, as you can see, get covered by her hair, and those go all the way to her back. And it's got like lines for like a leotard or whatnot. Let's get that amulet back out. I'm going to go ahead and compare her to the old one real quick, just so you can see the difference. The silvers are definitely different. This is very flat, whereas this is very nice and reflective. The arms, a little darker silver on this side. This one's a bit brighter, but it doesn't have that nice wash that was in the inside of the gauntlet, like on this one. As you can see, this was painted or printed on, and this one is molded and then painted on. And then here's the back of the figures. This one I think is just a little bit better because they didn't bother painting the upper torso on this one because she had the armor on. But as you can see, most of the rest of everything else is exactly the same on these figures. And yeah, that still comes off pretty easy. Originally, I thought they made a new piece down here, but they're both textured. They're both the same. You're not missing out on anything. And while I'm here, you can see that it's a much nicer silver on the newer figure. So, just fixing things here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ecliptor. Ecliptor is painted well enough. I think the amount of detail they have on him here is good enough. He's got, again, just a good enough amount of paint. They even painted a lot of the back here. Now, if you wanted to paint this figure yourself, you're gonna have a pretty long and arduous paint job, because you gotta paint basically everywhere that there's a line. So there's a line there, line there, line there, line there, etc. Which someone has done, and I'm kind of tempted to do. But if you really want to paint this, I wouldn't fully recommend it. I mean, doing line work like that just takes forever. I mean, and this piece is mostly hard plastic, so you're good. This one is a little bit more rubbery towards the bottom. So, again, if you wanted to paint it, do it at your own risk. Interesting enough, they did paint on some blue and red lines on there. And, looking at the figure on the package versus here, he is painted differently on both. I think the head looks much better on the one on the box, although he's not missing too much on the head. Most of what is on the head here is good. And he does have the new articulation in the head. He doesn't have a back and forth joint, but he does have plenty of range of movement in the head itself. Not that you would need it for this character, but it's there. And I do believe that this upper torso piece is rubber. Yes, that is rubber. This is rubbered as well, which, interestingly, you can take it off. I don't recommend this, but if you wanted to do a bit of a kit bash, all you gotta do here is just wiggle off this forearm. Alright, I'm doing it off camera. There you go. As you can see, that's what his forearm actually looks like. And yes, the hand still goes in. It's kind of funny looking. But you can see how it goes on. There's just a little slot. And you just line it up. And it goes in. If you really wanted to take it off, I'd recommend using a heat gun first. This side of his arm's pretty much fully painted on the long lines, but not on the inner lines. Again, I don't envy you if you try to paint this figure. I probably will end up not. Oddly, on this side, on this arm, when I straighten it out, it doesn't like to straighten out. I have to really force it, like, ugh, too rubbery. The midsection's obviously not painted, nor should it be, but on my particular figure, the midsection doesn't snap like you just heard it snap. Like, it's very, I wouldn't say loose, but it's like it wants to find something to snap to, but it just doesn't. So either you have a figure that looks kind of like this, where he's looking down, or you have a figure like this, who's looking mostly fine. I think the issue I have with this figure mostly comes down to that midsection, because, as you can see, he's standing okay here, but if I pose him a certain way, that happens. he's leaning pretty far back. I mean, I think it's also because these ankles are, this one's real loose. Nice detailing that is there. Again, of course, I'd love to have this fully painted, but there's just a lot of, a lot of green paint you'd have to add to this. Again, I don't envy you if you try. I may someday try, but I don't recommend it. Alright, let's go ahead and take a size comparison of these two. Alright, so Astronema here stands at just shy of 6 inches, and Ecliptor here stands at almost 7 inches. Just shy of both inch marks. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and move some things out. I'll bring in Astronema, since we already saw her. And I got... Sometimes she doesn't like to stand. Anyway, we got a villain here with the Psycho Blue. He was the easiest villain that I could grab at a moment's notice. So there's some villain comparisons for you. Oh, and one last thing with these two. Here's a look at their faces. Honestly, I think both of them look good. This one's definitely better. But I don't know, I kind of have a soft spot for this one. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at some Rangers. Here's red. And here's yellow. And of course we have hooded or cloaked Andros. They just call him Andros in the package. What's it called? The code name was like disguised Andros or something like that. But there you go. You can see that how well they scale with each other. Pretty good. I do wish I don't know if Astronema was just as tall as Andros or not. I think Andros was a little bit taller. Oop, why did I... Going into autopilot mode, I swear. Alright, let's push them aside, and we can take a look at the box, which it is a little bit bigger than a regular 2-pack box. There's the Ecliptor side for you. There's the Astronema side for you. Top of the box, it's actually like a brownish gray, and then there's the bottom. But yeah, this is a bit wider than a normal 2-pack box. And I wish I had a 2-pack box to show you, but I'm out of arm's range. Anyway, what do you guys think of these figures? You like them? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like as well. Subscribe, hit the bell, get notified. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.